If you're experiencing anxiety, if you're getting physical symptoms, if you're getting intrusive thoughts, if you're getting feelings of unreality, derealization, depersonalization, you may have some moments of feeling relaxed. You may have some moments of feeling calm. And you're so used to figuring out your anxiety, analyzing your anxiety, watching your anxiety, that even those moments of calmness create anxiety. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you why that happens and what to do to make this go away once and for all. So let's get it started. So a lot of times I have people ask me, Shaan, I actually had moments of feeling calm. I actually had moments of relaxation, of feeling comfortable. And I'm like, that's amazing. That's great. That's awesome, right? Isn't that great? Isn't that exciting? And then they go, actually, no, I got anxiety about feeling calm. Is that normal? Is that okay? Have you heard of that before? Now, here's the honest truth. Of course, yes, I have. It's something I experienced too. And so you may be experiencing this too. You may have moments of clarity randomly out of the blue. And you're like, why am I feeling this way? What did I do? What was the answer? So that you could do it again, right? So that you can do it again and always stay calm. And so what happens is that you're so focused on the anxiety, almost like you're looking at it you're looking at your anxiety through a microscope. Every small change, every small thing, you're hyper aware of it. That when you notice that things are different, you're always like, why is that happening? And that naturally brings you more anxiety, right? And what happens is that sometimes you have moments of relief and you're thinking, wait, why is that happening? Why are you experiencing that? And even that creates anxiety. And so one of the things to understand, and actually I think this kind of example really highlights the fact that this is really an issue of anxiety. It's not, the disorder isn't that you're feeling anxiety in inappropriate situations. That's one way to look at it. But I would look at it as actually it's your disordered response that's keeping the anxiety alive. And so here's the thing. It's very important to understand that anything and almost everything is going to create anxiety. I've had people say, Shaan, your success stories create me anxiety. I've heard people say, Shaan, I've never heard of success stories, and that gives me anxiety. It's like both ways, right? And people can say everything and anything, right? Anything can give me anxiety. Shaan, this gave me anxiety. Shaan, that gave me anxiety. Shaan, this triggered me. Shaan, that triggered me. But here's the thing. If you're sensitized, right? If your nervous system is too sensitized, anything and everything is going to give you anxiety. This is why I always say, don't try to find the root cause of the anxiety. Why am I feeling anxiety when I'm driving? Why am I feeling anxiety when there's bright lights? Why am I feeling anxiety when I see success stories? Why am I feeling anxiety when I'm not feeling anxiety? It doesn't matter. You're feeling anxiety because you're sensitized. So because you're sensitized, you're going to feel anxiety in a lot of different situations. So what do? Well, don't try to figure it out. No, don't try to run away from the anxiety. Just let it be there. A lot of recovery is about experiencing the anxiety and responding correctly. But what most people do is they don't want to feel the anxiety. They run away from the anxiety. But you have to understand, feeling the anxiety is part of it. People that are recovering, people that are in the mentorship that are recovering, people around the world that are recovering, I want you to understand they're feeling anxiety too. Just as much. In fact, if they're pushing their boundaries, they're feeling more anxiety than you. But their anxiety is a means to an end, meaning they're experiencing anxiety so that they don't have to deal with it long term. But what most people are doing, they're always running away from the anxiety. And every time they run away, it reinforces it. And what happens is that there's like this little, it's almost like an avalanche of anxiety. You just get more and more anxiety and it becomes more intense. Right? So I would say, don't try to go into, Shaan, I didn't feel anxiety. Why am I feeling anxious? You have to recognize that a lot of the issue is you're being just too hyper aware of how you feel. You're very hyper aware of how you feel. And part of that is because you're using your feelings as a metric of whether you're doing better or not. You're following your feelings. Recovery is not about following your feelings. It's about following your response. And a lot of the response is letting it be there, not trying to fight it, not trying to analyze it, not trying to add that second fear that Claire Weeks talks about in her book, Hope and Help for Your Nerves, which I highly recommend everyone to read. It's a big part. It was a big part of my journey. I recommend it to everybody that I'm helping recover. And so what I would say is, don't try to find root causes of why you're feeling the anxiety. Anxiety came, cool. Why did it come? Doesn't matter. You may notice in certain situations you felt anxiety, and in those same situations, another time you didn't feel the anxiety. And if you're gonna follow your feelings, this isn't gonna work. People go their whole lives following their feelings and they never get out of the anxiety. Don't be one of those people. I know even that, me saying that may trigger you a little bit, right? That may trigger you, right? But it's not about getting triggered. It's about responding to the trigger that matters. If you're avoiding your triggers all the time, well, then what ends up happening? Your life becomes very limited, your quality of life drops, and then you become agoraphobic. And then you start saying, well, now I can't leave my house, and then you start feeling sorry for yourself, all because of avoiding triggers. Because, you're chasing short-term comfort. Think of anxiety recovery this way, okay? Like imagine you're at the gym and you're working out, right? Now, if you don't have good form, you'll injure yourself, right? Think of that as your response. If you're responding with avoidance, or I don't want to feel it, or panicking or freaking out, well, then that's kind of like injuring yourself. And then what happens is you're in a similar situation, you can't do it. Now imagine you have good form. You have good form meaning good response. You know how to respond. You let the anxiety be there. You don't react in panic. You let it pass. Now it's about getting that muscle stronger. Now, in order to get it stronger, you need to go to the gym. And what I mean by that is you have to go in situations where you feel anxiety. And why do you feel anxiety? Why ever you feel anxiety doesn't matter. Again, root cause does not matter. The key is that in order to get through recovery, you have to feel the anxiety. That's part of it. That's part of the game. And I know you're tired of feeling it. That's okay. Now it's about feeling it and responding correctly. And once you do that, then you become liberated from the feelings. Then you get liberated from the anxiety. Now you get other emotions. Yeah, and sometimes that'll be anxiety too, and that's okay. That's healthy. Yeah, I still get anxiety. Making these videos, I've been doing it for 2 years. I still get nervous every time the camera's on. I still do, and it's fine. I actually look forward to it. It's exciting to me. Yeah, but right now you're feeling it all the time, and it's really intense, and it's very exaggerated, and you're getting very intense symptoms with it. So I understand you wanting to run away from it, and I understand that. It's just going to be there a little bit longer. Make it your friend. Have it side by side, and it will hop off when it needs to. Okay? So I hope this video helps. If you really want to learn more, I would highly recommend checking out success stories. I think success stories really normalizes what you're going through, and I find it really helps people get into the mindset of recovery really well. So what I'll do is I'll put a link down below to success stories, people that have recovered. A lot of these people I've personally helped. A lot of these people are actually they were obviously clients of mine, members of mine, who are now actually coaches as well, like Merica, Caesar, Kaylee. I mean, amazing people. Shiv, Heather, Nicole, all these people, they're incredible, and they share their recovery stories, and it's amazing. So the link is down below. Check it out. I'll see you in the next one.